The Coniston Magnificent Seven. The seven Wainwrights summits of the Coniston Fell range. Coniston Old Man dominates the skyline over the village of Coniston, 803 metres of ascent, offering views towards the northern fell ranges and the coast to the west. The reward is certainly worth the climb. Dow Crag, famed for its rock architecture. Swirl How. Great cars, associated with the remains of a Halifax bomber that can be found on the top of the ridge. Grey Friar and Weather Lamb. And of course Brim Fell, the next summit along from the Old Man, and where I decided to set my tent up and camp for the night. My journey begins at a car park just outside of Coniston. My first summit, of course, is the Old Man, then Dow Crag and Brim Fell, where I enjoyed a wild camp. Next it's Swirl How, Great Cars, Grey Friar. From there it's down and up to Weather Lamb, and then back to the car. The avid walker can take on this feat of endurance in one day. However, you'll need an early start, as the route will take almost 11 hours to complete. It's 13 miles in length and offers 4,440 feet of ascent. On the way up to the Old Man, you come across a lot of these old mine buildings. I believe it was copper mining and slate mining. All of the buildings do have signs on for you not to climb on them, as they are historical buildings. On your way up the Old Man, your first opportunity to sit down and have a break and take a breath is low water. Completely still like a mirror. I'm not sure if this is a natural tarn or a leftover remnant of the mining operations that happened here. I suspect it's a natural tarn. Nothing this beautiful can be man-made. From here you can see the rest of your ascent up to the Old Man, and eventually you come out of the shadows and into the sunlight. Eventually you do come upon the summit of the Old Man of Coniston. And I must say, the views are worth the hike up here. After a little sit down and a little bite to eat and a drink, I eventually leave the busy summit of Old Man and head off to Dow Crag. So at this point you sort of skirt round Brim Fell and then go down into a saddle and then up to Dow Crag, which looks very impressive from here. This particular saddle's called Goat House, I think. As you're walking down here, it doesn't feel like you're losing much altitude, but at a certain point you look back at the Old Man and you realise you have dropped quite a bit of altitude and you've got to make it back up. It was in this saddle that I'd found my water source, where I was going to get my water from for the night's camp. So after making my way up Dow Crag, I would have to come back down, get me water before going up Brim Fell. And this is just purely to save weight, so I'm not carrying litres of water about with us unnecessarily. So welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Coniston range, specifically Dow Crag. I went up Old Man of Coniston and then down and over to Dow Crag. I'm on my way back down Dow Crag and up to Brim Fell, and that's where I think I'm going to camp if I get there in time. The only reason I wasn't going to stay on Dow Crag is because I haven't got any water. I passed a water source, but I have to go back down for it and then back up. Oh God, I'm knackered. So I'm finally on Brim Fell and I've got the tent up, no messing about. It's around 3:30 and we're getting a sunset just over there at Bow. I can't remember what it's called. But I've done 3 out of the 7 Wainwrights up to on the first day. Just over there behind us is the summit of Old Man of Coniston. I think there's somebody else staying on the top of there, I'm not sure. But I have something new to show you and I'm quite proud of it. And it is my new tent. Hilleberg Solo, finally. Saved up for it. First time out in it. I don't have the footprint, so I'll have to make do. Anyway, I'm freezing cold. I'm going to get everything set up, warm up a bit, get a coffee down or a hot chocolate or some soup or something and warm up, and then I'll get back to you. So I'm sort of settled in my tent now. It's a bit smaller than the Acto, I've noticed that. Anyway, I've decided to do 5s in the hour. It's time for the miniature. I was going to do dry January, but it's not working out. So what I've got is a gin. I've got 2 gins. I've got this one, rhubarb and custard. We'll see what that's like. So I'll just pour it out and see what that's like. So I've got some lemonade to pour in with it. And there we go. So it's time to do the taste test. Oh, that's beautiful. Rhubarb and custard. Just like the pudding. Oh, I like that. It's from Aldi, I think. Well, it might not be. Can't remember where it's from, but it wasn't very expensive. Oh, that's special, that. If you get the chance, try that. Gin, rhubarb and custard. Oh, that's special. I really like that. I'm into me gins at the minute. It's definitely well chilled. It's very cold. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, hold on. Anyway, I'll score it straight away. No messing about. That's a 9. Definitely. A 9 out of 10. Get on with it. I'll finish this and I'll get back to you with the next one. So nice. So whilst I'm enjoying this rhubarb and custard and gin, I'm going to tell you about my day. I'm on the Coniston 7, so I parked the car at just up from Coniston, and that was a nightmare in itself. Some lads tried to get BMWs up there and basically crashed into a fence, blocking all the road off. Really not suitable for rear-wheel drive cars. Anyway, made me way up Old Man of Coniston, made it to the summit, a brief stop, and then went to Dow Crag, which is the second Wainwright, and now I'm on Brim Fell, which is the third Wainwright. And that's not too bad for the first day, because I was late getting to the car park. But I wasn't late. I got there at 10:30, but I was stuck in the traffic with these BMWs getting stuck on the bank till around about 11:20. So by the time I got set off, it was late on. So I did well. I got to Brim Fell and it got dark quick, and I'm going to have a few drinks tonight. Possibly not have any left for tomorrow night. But what can you do? So it's that time again, 5's in the hour, it's time for my next miniature. And it's lemon sherbet gin. Came in the same pack as the rhubarb and custard one. I'm just going to get straight into it. Oh, definitely lemony. It's not as nice as the rhubarb and custard like. The thing is with lemon, whether it's sweets or drinks, it's always the last to be consumed. Lemon and the green ones. Like if you eat like fruit pastels and that, lemon and green, if they get eaten at all, they'll always last. So I'm only going to give this a 6.5. I'm not the best fan of lemon anyway. I like lemon cake, but I'm not sure about drink. And I like lemonade. I'll still enjoy it though. Still warms up. I've took my trousers off and put my base layer bottoms on, and I've put some down trousers on. They're so cosy warm and so nice. And I've got my thick socks on, and then I've got in the sleeping bag, and I'm toasty warm, even though it's pretty cold tonight. I'll probably take this off and put me jumper on, and I'll use this for me to enhance my pillow. I'll probably get too warm with this on, especially when I go in my sleeping bag. But I haven't cooked tea yet. I've still got to do that, and I'm going to watch a movie, I think. So I've got a little bit of data here, a little bit of signal, and I'm going to enjoy me alcohol. I think I definitely need the footprint for this tent, and it's fairly smaller. I'll show you around. So the vestibule's quite small. It's definitely notably smaller than the Acto. So when I got this, I thought I wouldn't be using the Acto again, because I'll just want to use this because they're way about the same. But this is a lot smaller than the Acto, so I might just use the Acto sometimes. But I do have another tent which I got, a 2-man tent, and it's a Cloud Peak 2. I heard good things about it. It's a bit of a copy of the Hilleberg Alak 2, and I've had it up in the living room. I've had it up, and it's pretty good. Here's the freestanding one. Oh well, that my tea was really nice. I'm absolutely stuffed. I've actually got a sweat on. I think I'll take this off and put my jumper on, and I'm gonna have a couple of drinks and watch a movie, and then I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'll catch us in the morning where we continue another few Wainwrights. So good morning. I had an absolutely amazing sleep. It's because I chose a flat place instead of on a bank, probably, and I did something new with my pillow. I've just made some coffee and some porridge, so I'm going to eat that, and then I'm going to get this tent packed up and get on the move, do the rest of these Wainwrights. I'm going to see if I can do them all today and get back down, or I might just do them and have another wild camp on the top of Weatherland to see how I feel. I've woke up and it's fairly windy. It got windy during the night, so it's not too bad, but it's breezy. No good for drones. It might settle down later on, but it's very claggy as well. There's lots of clag. You can't see now, so it's a case of getting them done. So I'm going to have this cup of coffee and my porridge, and I'm going to get packed up, and I'll catch back up with you. Well, that's breakfast all done, all packed up. Just the tent to put down. That goes on the side of my bag, and as you can see, it's pretty much white. It hasn't snowed, it's all just frost, so when I go down a bit, the frost will disappear, I'm guessing. But I'll be careful because it's going to be icy. So I've laid down a little bit for walking, so I'm going to get this tent packed away quickly, as I get too cold. See, I've took off my boots for walking. Catch you in a second when I get this tent down. Well, that's the tent away. Nothing but a clean patch and no ice on it. Always remember, leave no trace. Same in every video. I'll have to check over. Now I'm just gonna make my way to the summit of Brim Fell, which is where I am, and I'm gonna check in with my partner to make sure she knows I'm okay, and then I shall be making my way to the next Wainwright. I'll get back here in just a second. So it's pretty cold and windy, so I'm just leaving Brim Fell and I'm on to me next Wainwright, which is Greyfriar. I think it's Greyfriar, and then it'll also be Great Cars, and then I'll see what the next ones are on the way down. So let's get on with it. Obviously I'm following these cairns, come in very handy. You can see the next one. It's very rare that you can't. It's a well-trodden path, this. because yesterday it was extremely busy, which I don't really like, because there was crowds of people going up to Old Man and I couldn't do much recording because I looked like an idiot. But yeah, I prefer it when it's quiet and on my own. But it was like a high street, it was busy. But it's wild out here. We are starting to get breaks in the crag now. So hopefully by about 11, 12 it might have cleared up, or it might not have. So that there's Great How Crag, and I'm on my way to Swirl How, I think it's called, just the way it's turned out. Once I get up there I'll head over to Grey Fair to get that one and get back on myself. Leftovers of snow. So this is Swirl How. Next is Great Cars, and then down to Grey Fair, and then back up to Great Cars, and then Weatherlam. So that there was Great Cars. Just past the airplane cross. But I'm going to have a look at them again on my way back up. Just now I'm going to Grey Friar. think that's how you pronounce it. So that's going down into a saddle and then back up and then back down, back up to Great Cars. Great Fair, or whatever you want to call it. I've just took some shot behind these rocks. Cuts out the wind and you can hear us. So I'm going to have a little snack, although it's only 11 o'clock or something. So I'm going to, after I've had a snack, I'm going to make my way back to Great Cars and see what the time is and see what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to camp or not. I've got to go up with the lamb, so we'll just see. So now it's clearing up enough to see Grey Friar. It wasn't clear when I was up there. And you can just see the ones that came along back into the murk. Oh, so I've just stopped at Prison Band, it's called. It's like a little saddle between Weatherlam and Swirlhow. So I've just got to go up Weatherlam now. I'm just going to blast up as quick as I can. It looks quite a distance, but we'll get there. And then come back down the way I've came and make my way towards Coniston Tarn. I can't remember what it's called. And on the way back to the car park. So I think I can do it all without doing another wild camp. I fancy getting home and having a little drinkies and sleeping in my bed. Anyway, so I'm going to get up there and I'll get back to you when I'm there, I guess. I'm going to have something to eat first. How's weather, lamb? I'm absolutely goosed. Now this is where I should be setting up a tent and chilling out, but I think I can make it back to the car. It's around about 4 miles, I think, from here, but it's all downhill or flat, mostly downhill, so that's what I'm going to do. I fancy a night in with the missus. I'll surprise her. She thinks I'm out for 2 nights. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the Magnificent Seven. It's definitely one of the best walks in the Lake District. The old man is busy, very busy. Too busy for my liking. If you've enjoyed So if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe. And drop us a like and a comment. I always like it when I get comments. I'll catch you on the next one, which won't be long. And I do have something new to try out from One Wind, and it's a new top quilt, it's called, instead of a sleeping bag. I've not tried it yet. I haven't gotten round to it, but we'll give it a good go in the cold weather. So I'll catch you later. Until next time.